Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome to the first everyday makeup drawer of 2026. I skipped December. I just decided to start fresh in January, so I'm so excited to film this video today, and I hope y'all are excited. I know you love these videos. I love them too. We're gonna do a lot of stuff today. I'm going to obviously pick out some new makeup. We're gonna kind of clean up my office a little bit. I need to clean a little bit. I need to wash some of my brushes. So I'm gonna include some of that footage in here as well. I'm also gonna be sharing a Quince Try On with you. This video is in partnership with Quince. I worked with them in 2025 and I'm so happy to be partnering with them again. I love their pieces. I know a lot of you tell me that you shop from Quince already. If you're not familiar with Quince, basically they are an online marketplace essentially for so many things, for clothing, home. They have stuff for babies, they have beauty products. There are so many things online. They have jewelry. I'm telling you, they have so much stuff online. Go check out the website. I have a few of their pieces to share with you today. One of them is what I'm wearing, this really pretty sweater with the buttons. I will show you in the try on portion, but this is probably my favorite piece that I got. I love it. I love the color. I love the buttons. If you're not familiar with them, basically they use a factory to consumer business model, which essentially means that they cut out the supply chain, which is how they keep their costs low, which is amazing. They have great high quality pieces for an affordable price, which who doesn't want that? Everybody does, including me. I love their clothing because they have really very classic, timeless styles. Their stuff is not super trendy. It's very classic is how I would describe it. They do a ton of neutrals, which y'all know me, I'm a neutrals girl, and that's really my style. It's just very simple, very basic, but very classic. But thank you so much to Quince for partnering with me again and supporting my channel. It really does mean so much, and this is a brand that I love and I know a lot of you will love as well. So let's go ahead and get into the try on portion, and then as always we'll go through last month's everyday makeup, pick out some new things, and then at the end we'll do our makeup together. So let's get started. All right, I have a Quince try on to share with you today. Thank you so much to Quince for partnering with me on today's video. I was so excited to partner with them again. I love their pieces. I'm wearing one of them right now. So this is their cashmere line. So they use all 100% Mongolian cashmere. This is the crew neck cashmere sweater in just the standard fit. They do also have an oversized fit that I'll show you in a minute, but this one fits me perfectly. I think this one is a medium. I will make sure to list all my sizes and links below in the description box, but this is the shade Oatmeal, which is this beautiful warm brown that I love so much. It's perfect. It goes with everything. And this is so soft. Cashmere is, if you're a cold-natured person, which typically I am, I'm very cold-natured, cashmere is ideal because it feels really thin. It doesn't feel heavy or thick, but it's so warm. And I love this sweater so much. You could do so many things with this. Obviously, I just have it on with some barrel jeans, but you could wear this with a skirt. You could dress this up with some dress pants. It's such a versatile piece, really good for a capsule wardrobe. That's kind of what I'm working on right now, is building really classic, timeless pieces for my closet instead of buying a ton of trendy stuff. Quince has so many classic styles. Their Mongolian cashmere is really high quality and it's for a relatively affordable price for cashmere, which is amazing. Typically when you think of cashmere, you think of super expensive. Their Mongolian cashmere is pretty affordable, which is amazing, but you're not sacrificing any of the quality. And then, okay, this may be what I was the most excited about from this whole haul. This is their Italian suede shoulder bag. It comes in a few colors. This is the chocolate brown, but how beautiful is this? It is so pretty and cute. It goes with everything. It looks good with everything, and it's pretty roomy. You can fit quite a bit of stuff in here. It's super slouchy. As you can see, it does have a magnetic closure here, and then on the inside you do have an interior pocket and a zipper pocket as well. I love that they included that zipper pocket, so you do have an area to put something that you don't want just rummaging around in your bag. I've already been wearing this. I've been wearing this since I got it in the mail, which was like almost 3 weeks ago. And I've been wearing it and using it ever since. It is so cute. And they, like I said, they come in so many colors, but this is the chocolate one. Perfect, perfect bag for fall and winter. All right, I think this is my favorite clothing piece that I got. This is the 100% cotton cropped cardigan. I love everything about this. I love the color. It's this really beautiful green. It's like a mossy green. I think it's called herb. I'll list everything below, but besides the color, these buttons, they're these really big tortoise buttons, which I love so much. And this is nice because it is cropped. So I'm 5'5" for reference. It's cropped, but it's not so cropped that you can see your skin, or at least not on me. So it's cropped, but just cropped enough where it hangs like in a really nice spot with jeans. I think it's super cute. I actually wore this the other day and I had a belt on. I don't have the belt on today, but it looks cute like that because it is that cropped style. But this is 100% cotton, which is something else that I've been really focusing on with my clothes lately. I'm trying to get away from a lot of synthetic fibers just because they don't last. They look good once or twice and they don't last. They don't look good anymore. So you end up just having to rebuy things over and over. This is 100% cotton. Now this, I want in another color for sure because I've already worn this like 3 times and I haven't even had it that long. And of course, it looks so cute with the bag. I'm not kidding. This bag is like the perfect throw everything in and go bag. Perfect for anybody. This next piece is the lightweight cotton cashmere sweater. So this one is even more lightweight feeling than the first Mongolian cashmere sweater. This one is even thinner. It's still a really soft blend of cotton and cashmere, but it's even more lightweight than the first one that I showed you. This one feels more like a long sleeve tee that's made out of a sweater material. So if you are hot natured, but you want a sleeve and you want it to look like a sweater, not just like a long sleeve t-shirt, this is a really nice option. And it's just classic. It's crew neck. It has a little bit of a band on the bottom, but it's not like a super tight fitting band. This is another piece that you could definitely wear with just about anything. You could obviously wear it casually with jeans, or you could dress it up and wear it with a skirt with some boots or dress pants and some heels or even flats. Such a versatile piece and just a perfect staple to have in your closet for the winter season. And the last piece is the Mongolian sweater. This is the oversized fit. So the first sweater that I showed you in the oatmeal shade, that was just the standard fit. This is the oversized. So you can see it's much slouchier looking. It's very just roomier than the standard fit. I love it though. I think it's so cute. I definitely prefer things that are oversized, so this is right up my alley. But how cute is this? This is just a gray sweater, which I didn't actually have a gray sweater in my collection, which kind of surprised me because gray is, I always gravitate towards gray. I love gray sweatshirts, gray sweaters, gray t-shirts. I love gray. I know I'm boring, but you know, that's just who I am. I love a good gray, and this is so cute. So this obviously is a little bit longer on me because it's more oversized, more slouchy looking. So you could always tuck this a little bit if you wanted it to look a little bit more fitted, but it's really cute on its own, just out like this. This is so perfect for winter season. Again, it's the beautiful Mongolian cashmere, 100%, and it feels so good and cozy. I will definitely be wearing this so much this season. So if you're interested in any of these pieces that I showed you today, they will be linked in the description box with my sizes and the colors that I have as well. I hope you do check out these pieces. They have so many good things. This is just a small sampling of everything that they have. I'm not kidding when I say you could just spend hours on the website going through page after page after page. So definitely check out Quince, and thank you to them for partnering with me on another video. All right, so this is the drawer that I've had since November. So this is really like a month and a half since I skipped December, but this was a really good group of products. If you've never seen these videos before, typically I start by just sharing the products that really stood out to me from this group before we go in and pick new products. So there's definitely some major standout things in this drawer. First being Maybelline Grippy Serum Primer. This is such a good primer, and I'm not a primer person, but this actually does help your makeup last longer. It does have like a tacky, grippy feel to it without feeling like too much on your skin. And it's also pretty hydrating. It has niacinamide in it as well, which works great for my skin. So I have been absolutely loving this. Definitely a standout product for me. Also a standout, you're probably sick of me talking about this, but the Lisa Eldridge Skin Tint. Oh my gosh, I have used this so much. I've used this more than the other skin product I have in here, which is the Prada foundation. I've used this so much, I can tell it's very, very empty. It's not empty, but it's getting there because it feels really light. But this is my new favorite skin tint. I'm so glad I put it in here this time because this has allowed me to really see how beautiful this stuff is. It is so thin and lightweight. T6 is a perfect match for me. It looks natural on the skin. It has a pretty natural finish when it dries down. I would say it gives pretty decent coverage for a skin tint. I would say light medium. I just can't say enough good things about this, and I feel like it's not getting the recognition that it deserves. But this is such a standout product for me. Another standout you're probably also sick of me talking about is the L'Oreal Infallible Blurfection powder. This is my favorite powder, honestly, in my whole collection right now. And I can't believe I'm saying that. I've never loved a loose drugstore powder until this one, but this is fantastic. And I love it under the eyes, which I don't think I've ever said that about a drugstore powder that I've tried, but this one, it is perfect. It is so thin, finely milled. It does actually blur the skin, but it just looks airbrushed. It doesn't look like powder. It just looks like your skin is naturally smooth. It's so good. If you haven't tried it and you need a new powder, you gotta try this one. That is another standout for me. Another product that I have actually loved having in this time is the Hourglass face palette. This is the one from this year. This is the Deer palette. I really like all the shades in here. In fact, this is the first time I've loved every single shade and I've used every single shade. I feel like there's always at least one that I don't really use. This time, I actually use all of these. My favorite is the bronzer in Diffused Bronze Light. This is one of their permanent bronzer colors, but I had never tried it. I like this better than the single pan bronzer that I have in Nude Bronze Light. This one actually works better for me. So I bought the full-size pan in this when Ulta was doing their 20% off coupon. But this palette I have loved. I love these blushes. I especially love them mixed together, a pink and a coral together. So good. I am happy to finally say that I am actually using one of my Hourglass face palettes that I buy every year, and then usually they just sit and I don't use them. This year I'm actually using it. I feel like I have a lot of good things in this time. This palette I've spoken about many times, but I'll mention it one more time. This Patrick Ta palette in the light shade. Literally, I have used this pretty much every day that I've worn eyeshadow. I have used this. Sometimes I've reached for something else, just depending on the day, but most of the time, this is what I've been using. This is definitely an everyday staple kind of palette for me. My Maybelline gloss that I can't stop talking about in Toffee. Favorite nude gloss right now. It's perfect. I bought a second one to keep in my purse. And let's see, is there anything else? Oh, still loving this Too Faced bronzer. This is the Milk Chocolate Soleil Melting Bronzer in Chocolate Mousse. I kind of talked about this in November, I think, but I had it in my drawer this month and I'm so glad that I did. This is a fantastic cream bronzer that I feel like is another one that not a ton of people really talk about, but it's so good. Oh, one more skincare favorite, definitely the Kiehl's Better Screen UV Serum. Sadly, I think mine is almost gone and I'm very sad about it because I love this. This has kind of been my go-to SPF for the past few weeks. All right, I think those are all the standouts that are coming to mind right now. But this has been such a good group of products. I'm so glad that I've been using these. And one of the reasons I love these videos is I always end up rediscovering something that I've been neglecting, and I fall in love with it, like the Lisa Eldridge skin tint. That's why I love these videos. They're so beneficial. I would encourage you to do the same thing. You don't have to have as much makeup as me. You don't have to be a makeup reviewer. But if you have more than like one product in each category, I really encourage you to do this. Pull a selection of products and use them for however long, a week, 2 weeks, a month, 6 weeks, however long you want to do, and see what you really like, what you could get rid of, maybe what's not serving you, what you don't enjoy, get rid of it. And you might rediscover something that you forgot about. So I encourage you to do the same thing. You don't have to use a whole drawer like this. You could use a small little makeup bag. You could use a little acrylic organizer, whatever you have laying around. I'm sure you have something at home. You can do this, and it's a great way to go through your makeup, figure out what you like and what you don't. All right, so now I'll get everything out of here and we'll put it away. And then, as I said in the intro, we're also gonna do a little bit of cleaning up. I need to wash some brushes. I just need to kind of reset my office in here a little bit. It's just kind of gotten cluttered and just needs to be cleaned up a bit. So we're gonna do that too. And then we'll pick out some new makeup. Let's pick some new makeup. This drawer probably looks very different from the last time you saw it, unless you've watched my declutter video already of my primers, foundations, and concealers. This looks significantly different than before. This makes me so happy. It's so much less overwhelming this way. So if you haven't seen my declutter video, make sure to go watch that after you watch this, because you can see me go through every single product in this drawer and talk about what I'm getting rid of, why I'm getting rid of it, all of the things you'd want to know. So make sure to go watch that video if you haven't seen it. But let's pick some new makeup here. So for primer, we really don't have that many options anymore. This is all my primer. So these two, this, and the Says. That's it. So what should we use? We have the Stay Glowy Super Gels. I had Maybelline in before, and I also had this in. Somehow it got put back in my drawer, but I did have the Iconic London primer in as well. I'm thinking let's do Dior Forever Star Glow filter. This is not technically like a real primer. It doesn't do anything in terms of keeping your makeup on longer. It's just like a glowy base. But this is the one I've used the least of everything in here. So let's go for that one. Honestly, I kind of want to put one of these two back in. I might put my Iconic London primer back in. This is really the only primer I have left that does slightly blur the skin. I don't want that all the time, but if I do, this is really my main option for that now. So I think we'll go for those two, and that should be it for primers. Now for complexion products. Okay, I am definitely going to put this in. This is the Herborian CC cream. So I've used this quite a bit. I don't think I've used it in a video yet though. This stuff is so pretty. I've heard about this for years, but I've never tried it until recently. It was on sale at Ulta and I ordered it, and this stuff is so good. I wish there were more shades. That's the only thing, is I think it only comes in 3 shades, but it's so pretty. It has SPF in it. It's SPF 25. It's kind of like, it's one of those products that's white, and then when you blend it, it turns to the tone, the color of the product. Skin Perfector is a good name for it because it does add a little bit of coverage, and it does have like a smoothing finish to it. It's really, really pretty. So I'm gonna definitely put that in and use that some more. Okay, I think I'm gonna put in my Armani Luminous Silk. I know this has been reformulated. I have not gotten the new one yet. I am going to get it though, and I'll review it. But I'm gonna put this in, I think, so I'll have it out so I can kind of compare when I get the other one. I'm a little bit nervous though. Maybe it'll still be really pretty, I don't know, but I'm afraid they've taken away the one thing that I love most about this, which is the finish of it. I think the new one is more glowy, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with a glowy product. I love a good glowy foundation, but I loved the natural finish of this one so much. But anyways, we're gonna put that in. And let's see, should we pick one more thing? I think I might put this in. I pulled this out a few days ago and I used it again. This is the Future Skin from Chantecaille. It is so beautiful. Every time I go a while and don't use this and then I pull it out again, I'm like, why in the world do I not use this all the time? Because this stuff is beautiful. This is the new one. The reformulated one has the C on it. This is the old version. I do prefer the shade that I had in the old version, but I can definitely make this one work. So I think I'm gonna put that in as well. And that's probably it for base products. Moving on to corrector. Maybe we'll use Bobbi Brown. The original, I haven't used mine in a little while. I had the skin corrector stick in last time, but I haven't used the original one in a little while. So I think we'll go for that. And then maybe we'll do the Exa High Fidelity. I haven't used this one in a little while either. So I think we'll go for those, and that should be it for corrector. For concealer, okay, I'm definitely gonna put this in. I kind of talked about this in my declutter video, but I neglect this concealer so much, and not because I don't like it. The packaging makes me not want to use it. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just messy. I don't want to stick my finger in it, but it's such a pretty concealer and it's just not getting used. So we're gonna put it in and we're gonna use it this month. So that's definitely one of my options. I'm gonna do this Westman concealer. I like this actually. I'm also gonna stick this in because I have found one way I can use this Kosas pink corrector is mixed with this. This is super yellow. If I add a little bit of this, it tones down the yellow. And that's really the only way I could use this magic color from Kosas, since I don't use this to actually color correct. It's too light. So I'm gonna put it in and get some use out of it with the Westman concealer. All right, and then I might do a third concealer too. Maybe my NYX Bear With Me concealer. I also like this all over, just like a foundation as well. So we could use that like that too. But I think that is everything for here. Okay, this drawer probably also looks very different than the last time you saw it. This is a little bit of a sneak peek because I don't think you have seen this declutter yet when this everyday makeup goes up. So surprise, this is what my drawer looks like after decluttering. So I significantly reduced this and I'm very, very happy about it. So this video is coming. If you haven't seen it, you will in the next week or so. But all of my highlighters are here, powders, bronzers, and face palettes. So let's choose some things from here. First thing I am gonna put in is this MPH underpainting palette. I just wanna play with this some more. I also want to try using this without underpainting, just like over makeup, especially the bronzers. I just want to play with this a little bit more since this is pretty new to my collection. So I'm going to put that in. And then for bronzer, okay, I think I'm going to do my Victoria Beckham bronzing brick. I have not used this one in a while. I kind of talked about in my declutter video how I love this product, but it does get hard pan really bad, and I don't know why. I feel like I'm pretty good about using a clean brush when I use this, and I feel like I usually have my face set before I go in and apply this, so it shouldn't be getting a ton of product stuck in here, but it still gets hard pan pretty bad. Anyways, I want to use this some more because it's been a long time since I've used it. So we're gonna put that in as well. Let's see, I think I might put in my Victoria Beckham contour stylus as well. This is in Travertine. This is the lightest shade. I like this best. I also have Marble, but Travertine works the best for me. It also works great on the eyes. So I think I'll do that too. For a powder, we're gonna use something besides the L'Oreal powder. Even though I love it. I think we'll do the Kosas this time. This is the Cloud Set loose version. I haven't used this one in a while either, so let's pull that out, and then maybe I'll do a pressed powder also. Maybe we'll do a powder foundation actually. Let's put in the Natasha Denona High Glam Powder Foundation. I haven't used this in a while either, so we'll do that. I think we'll stop there for powders. And then finally for highlighter, I think I'm gonna do my Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Duo in Moonlight. This is so pretty. Definitely one of the prettiest powder highlighters I've ever seen for sure. So I think we will also put that in, and that should be everything for here. Let's pick blushes. Obviously, I have not decluttered this drawer yet. This is going to be the next one that I tackle, and yeah, this is going to be a very big job. So this is coming soon. But let's pick some blushes. So I know I want to put in one of these. I have the new Makeup by Mario jelly jars right here. I have been really enjoying these, but I want to pick one at least. Maybe the mauve one, Mauve Latte. Let's do this one. This one is a really beautiful mauve rose color, and I'm really loving these. I know not everyone loves this kind of product, but for me, I really like it. So we're gonna do that. We've got Warm Soul back here from MAC. That's so pretty. It's been a while since I've used that. Maybe we'll pull that out from MAC. Maybe, let's see, one of the YSL blushes. Maybe we'll do this hot pink YSL. This is shade 87. Obviously very bright, but this is very pretty if you just apply it very lightly. It's so nice. I think I'll do that. Oh, you know what I kind of want to put in is one of my Dibs sticks. I have 3 of these, and this is a product I really don't use very much. I really need to declutter probably 2 of them because I just don't use them, but I'm not sure which one. So maybe I'll put one of these in. Maybe we'll do shade 2.5 this time. This bronzer color is the best for me, and then it has this kind of bubblegum pink blush, but if I remember right, this bronzer color works the best for me. And then maybe one more liquid. We could do a Patrick Ta blush. Here's one I don't use. Maybe I'll pull this out and use it and see what I think of it. This is She's So LA from Patrick Ta. This is obviously like a bronzy shade. I don't ever use this one. I'm honestly not sure if I should even keep it because it just kind of sits and I don't use it. So maybe we should use this from Patrick Ta. And let's see, I feel like I want to do one more, something else. Maybe this, I haven't used this in a while either, the Make Me Blush, the liquid from YSL in shade 44. Let's do that too. Okay, I feel like we picked a lot of blush, but oh well. So that is everything for here. Okay, let's pick out some eye stuff. I haven't decluttered this drawer either. I think I might put in this Sephora collection. This is a little mini shadow in My Dear Nude. This is the one that's so hard to get open. I bought this during the sale, and I don't know what it is, but these single shadows are now nearly impossible to get open. I'll put it in, but I don't even know how much I'll use it because of that. I'm also going to put in this MAC single shadow in All That Glitters. It's a good like one and done shade. Also, this is from Morphe. It's one of their solo artist shadows in Melody. It's kind of like a peachy nude, I would say. It's really pretty. It's pretty new to me. I think we'll do that. Let's see what else. Maybe a Lisa Eldridge single shadow. I think I might put MAC Painterly back in for like an eye primer. I kind of want to put the Patrick Ta palette back in, but I'm not going to. I think, let's see. Maybe we'll do the Aspen Ovard palette. This is the new one. Yes, I still have my old one back there. I just can't seem to bring myself to get rid of it. For mascaras, I'm going to do these two. L'Oreal Extensionist Tartelette XL Tubing Mascara. These are both new to me. Ooh, or I don't know if I ever even showed this in a video. This is Natasha Denona. Actually, let's do this instead of the Tarte palette. I don't think I've ever used this Natasha Denona palette in a video. This is the Eye Sculpt Texture and Tone palette. This was the soft color story. Yeah, let's put this in instead. And then let's see, we don't really have a good shimmery shade, so maybe we'll do one of these Patrick Ta shadows. This one is Talk to My Team. So we could do that. We could do, maybe we'll do this one. We Need Better Lighting. This one has a gold and a silver, so you can kind of do both things. For eyeliner, I think we'll do the Jones Road pencil. Maybe this Urban Decay 24/7 in Tootsie. It's like a taupey brown. Maybe one of these Sephora liners too. This is in the shade Cocoa. It's like a reddish brown. It's very pretty, so that should be good for liners. I think we might just do NYX Micro Brow this time. And we'll put Rare Beauty Brow Gel back in because I think that's the only brow gel I have right now. And that's it for brows. I think that should be everything for here. Last for the lip drawer. Clearly I haven't decluttered this either because, yeah, this drawer definitely needs it. Especially my lip liners because they are completely just too many. Way too many. Okay, I'm gonna do Wonder Skin. I actually pull this out all the time. This is one of my favorites ever. It's like the perfect contouring shade for my lips. I love this one, so I'm gonna pull that out. I'm gonna do this MAC Lip Glazer in the shade Whirlin'. This is a really pretty like rosy brown. This one from Thrive Cosmetics. I haven't used this one much at all, but it's kind of like a medium toned nudie brown. And then I have Sochi Beauty in Skinny Dip. This is more of a pinky beige. So I think we'll go for those. And then maybe a few more. I'm gonna put in Endless Cacao. Also, sometimes I use that on my eyes too. Let's do a Maybelline lifter. Let's do Big Lift from Maybelline. That's a good one. Okay, maybe Cool Spice from MAC, and then my OG favorite, Structure from Pat McGrath. I think these have been reformulated recently. Has anyone tried the new Pat McGrath liners? Let me know. I think Structure is still one of the shades that they have. That one used to be my all-time favorite, so that should be good for there. I might do maybe these NYX. These are pretty new to me. These Lip Lingerie Lip Liner Stains. I have two of those. Those are very new. I might put those in also. Oh, the new Patrick Ta in Cookie Butter. One of my favorite things I've tried for my lips in a very long time. So that I will definitely put in. I think we'll do Iced Coffee from Summer Fridays. Let's see, let's also do a Westman lipstick. This is the shade Mimi. It's a really light nude. It's too light for me, to be honest, unless I pair it with a deeper lip liner, then I like it. But this color, I think you have to get that shade from the Westman website. But let's put that in. Let's see what else. Maybe we'll do this super, what is this called? The Makeup Forever Super Boost in Latte Glaze. This is just a really light lip gloss that you can add to like anything. I think I had this in last time. I didn't end up using it though. I kind of want to put this back. This is from Versed. It's the Lip Blush. It's a matte lip balm basically, but it's this really beautiful kind of wine, like mahogany kind of shade. It's really pretty. I think I'll stick that in. Oh, okay. This is definitely going in. So I just got this. I need to do a video of some kind talking about this, but this is a new lipstick shade from Charlotte Tilbury. I saw this shade months ago. Somebody I followed on Instagram was using this, and as soon as I saw them use it, I knew I had to have this shade. Well, it turns out this shade was only available in the UK, I believe, and a few other countries. It wasn't available in the United States. Finally, like a week ago, I randomly found it on Ulta, and I think I'm gonna keep using it, but I think this might be my perfect nude lipstick. I'm always looking for it. I think I might have found it. It's not too light, it's not too cool toned, but it's not too warm. It's like the perfect neutral lipstick for my skin tone. And this is the shade Naughty Talk. I don't know why this shade you can just now finally get in the United States. I'm not sure, but I've been using it and I think it might be my absolute perfect lipstick. Let's do a Patrick Ta gloss. This is, let's see, Superficial. This is one of his plumping glosses. It's a pretty nude color. Maybe this Chanel gloss too. This is in shade 722. It's like a cooler toned mauve. Maybe one of these two. I love these from Patrick Ta. These are his Major Shine lip glosses. So they don't have a lot of color. They just have a little bit of shimmer in them. It's a really, really fine shimmer, but they're so pretty. I think I might also do, is this it? Yeah, this YSL, I forget which one. I always say the wrong name. Candy Glow Balm is what it, Love Shine Candy Glow is what it says on the bottom in 5B. It's this really pretty berry. It's beautiful though. I think we'll do that, and I think that's it. I think I'm gonna stop here. So that should be everything. So let's go ahead and put everything back in my drawer, and then we'll kind of clean up my office a bit, and then we'll do our makeup. Okay, got everything put back in. I moved a few things around that I don't think I filmed, but I flipped these two. I've always had my skincare up here and the lip stuff back there, but I just flipped it because I don't use as much here on a daily basis as I would like the lip products, so I just flipped those two. And then I have foundations, primer here, concealer and corrector here, blush, bronzer, highlighter here and here. This is really the only place this MPH palette would fit, so I have that there. Mascara, single shadows, Natasha Denona palette, and then all of my lip stuff, and then my brow stuff is right here too. And then I did stick these two eye things right here since I could put them here, but it would be kind of crowded, so I moved that over there. Oh, and then I have my powder back here. So that is everything, and now let's kind of clean up this office a bit, and then after we do that, we'll use the products and do our makeup together. All right, let's do some makeup. I'm gonna start with SPF, of course. I'm using the Kiehl's Better Screen. I'm definitely running low on this SPF, so I'm thinking I'm definitely gonna have to buy more soon. When I see it on sale, I think I might buy like multiples next time because I really like this one. Okay, before we move into the makeup, I'm gonna do the Rare Beauty Brow Gel. I've kind of been playing around with doing this in my brows before anything else. I know most makeup artists say to do your brows first. I used to do this a long time ago. And then that was back when like the really fluffy laminated brow was really popular. And then, I don't know, I just kind of quit doing it. Do you do your brows first or like halfway through your routine? Because I typically do it like halfway, but let me know. Okay, I think I'm gonna go in with this today. This is the Dior Star Filter, and we'll use this all over, and then I'm thinking we'll probably use concealer for coverage because this doesn't really give you coverage. It just gives you like a little bit of a glow and a little bit of color. This is definitely one of those things, like I just do not pull it out and use it. Definitely is a similar type of product to like the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion or Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I was thinking about that product the other day. Can you believe how like nobody mentions that product anymore? Remember when everybody would use the Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury and then it just kind of disappeared? And now I couldn't tell you the last time I saw anyone use it or heard anyone even mention it. Isn't it crazy how that happens with products? All right, let's do some Bobbi Brown corrector. Such an OG favorite. This is in the shade Bisque. Definitely the corrector I have been using the longest. But oh, I know what I was going to talk to you about. I was noticing, you know how the new Chanel concealer is supposed to be coming out in the United States in the next, I assume, week or so? There's a corrector too. A Chanel corrector that's in the same packaging. I was noticing, I was on the Chanel website and I saw it, so we will definitely be trying that out. I didn't realize there was going to be a corrector also, although I think they used to make a corrector with their concealer that was in a tube that I think they discontinued. I assume this new one is like replacing it. I cannot wait to get my hands on that. And I did just get the e.l.f. color corrector. That is coming in a video. I have tried it already and spoiler alert, it is really good. But we'll talk about that in its own video. But I'm trying to think, I feel like there was another concealer or something that I saw. Oh, the Prada is coming out with a concealer too. So lots of new concealers coming and I'm so happy about it. I feel like there's definitely been a dry spell with new concealers. Nobody has been releasing them. Or not no one, but I feel like in 2025 we didn't get a ton of new concealers. So hopefully we're gonna get some in 2026. All right, I think I'm gonna use my NYX Bear With Me concealer all over today. I haven't done this in a little while. I used to, back when this concealer was newer, I would use this all over my face. And it's so pretty used like that. I don't ever hear anyone saying that they do that, but I swear, if you have this concealer and you've never tried it just all over, try it. It's definitely a little bit lighter than that Dior Star Filter, which is good because Dior is a little tiny bit dark for me right now. Oh, I was gonna give you guys also an update on my channel and just what I'm thinking for 2026 in terms of my content here on my channel. So if you've been with my channel for a while, I used to do 3 videos a week. I used to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then I would miss one here and there, but majority of the weeks I would do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But then I got pregnant. As you can imagine, everything changed a little bit there for a while, and now I have a baby who's almost 7 months old, which I cannot believe. But anyways, it's not feasible anymore for me to do 3 videos a week. It's just not. Sometimes I can get 2 videos up if, you know, the timing works out and I have help with watching him. Either my mom or my husband helps me when I film. But if I don't, then 2 videos is really hard to do, and I can probably only do 1. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna say I'm gonna do 1 YouTube video a week on Wednesdays. And if I can get a second one up, it'll most likely be on Mondays. And I will if I can, but it just probably won't be every week, at least not for right now. It's just, I don't have enough time, or as much time as I once had. So that's what you can kind of expect from me moving forward. And I am in 2026 going to be focusing a little bit more on short form content for a few reasons. I'm trying to grow my Instagram and my TikTok a little bit. So if you don't follow me there, please go follow me over there. But I am going to be posting more over there and kind of prioritizing that a little bit. So if you're on those platforms, please go follow me. If you're not, I know a lot of you are following me on those platforms as well, but I am going to be sharing a little bit more over there than I typically do if I'm going down an upload from YouTube, because YouTube is what takes the most time. YouTube, in terms of editing, is what really takes up time. It is very, very time consuming. So short form also takes time, but it's just the editing is a little bit quicker, or it's quite a bit quicker. So I'm gonna try to shift a little bit, and that will work out better for my life right now. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm not gonna stop YouTube. And if I can get more YouTube up per week, then I totally will. It's just, I'm not gonna put the pressure on myself to do more than 1 a week, just because right now it's just a lot. Okay, I just grabbed that NYX concealer from the back of my hand for under my eyes. I've been doing this lately for my under eye concealer, and I do think it works really well. If you tend to over apply under your eyes, this is a really good way to kind of cut back on your amount of product. This is not my tip. This is Katie Jane Hughes' tip. She talks about this a lot in her content. She calls it priming the brush. And I swear you really do use less product if you do this. Okay, I'm gonna take the Kosas pink powder now, and I'm gonna lightly set my face with this. I think I'm gonna use a powder bronzer, so I'm gonna lightly set a little bit before we do that. For bronzer, I think I'm gonna use my Victoria Beckham. I'm gonna start with the lighter color, and I'm gonna use the Rephr 05 with this. I got a few questions in my last video, or maybe the video before that, I can't remember, about what bronzer brush I use for powder bronzer. And I either use this one, which I really like. This is a natural bristle brush. I love the size of this one. I don't like a super large powder brush or bronzer brush. Or I like the BK Beauty 107. That one is honestly kind of a similar shape. It might be a little bit bigger than this. Let me see if I can find. Oh, here's one. Yeah. So this is the 107 from BK Beauty. So you can see they're very similar. I was gonna say the BK Beauty bristles are a little bit longer, but maybe, I mean, if they are, it's just by a little bit, not a ton. But those are kind of my 2 favorites. Just honestly depends on which one I have out here. But I do think for powders in particular, the Rephr 05 is really good. So I'm just doing a little bit of that lighter color. I honestly might, I don't know, I might skip the darker one. I definitely prefer the lighter color. I guess I'll take a little bit of the darker one and bring a little bit of it down my neck. Okay, for blush, I'm kind of in the mood to use this YSL number 87. I don't know why, I'm just kind of in the mood for that like pinky kind of blush color. So pretty. This is a Refer brush too, but I think this was a limited edition brush. Refer does a lot of those, unfortunately. Their brushes are so good, but a lot of them, they do like really limited quantities, which is kind of unfortunate if you find one that you really like. And this one was a great brush for sure. All right, now I'm taking a little bit more of that Kosas powder in the pink color, and I'm just setting my under eyes with that. All right, then I'm gonna fill in my brows quickly with the NYX Micro Brow. Yeah, I can't decide if I like putting brow gel in my brows first. Sometimes I do it and I like it, and then other times I feel like I can't like manipulate the shape of my brow anymore because I kind of set them in place. I don't know. Oh, so the other thing I was going to tell you is, so I'm going to try, keyword being try. I guess I will have started already by the time this video goes up, but I'm attempting to do the 75 hard challenge starting on January 1st, which if you don't know what that is, you can look up the rules, but it's basically a challenge where you have like 5 rules that you have to follow for 75 days. And if you mess up one day, you have to start over from day 1. And so the rules are you have to work out twice a day for 45 minutes. And one of the workouts has to be outside, as in like no cover. So, you know, if the weather is bad, you have to do it anyways. No excuses, basically. And if you do mess it up, like I said, you have to start over. Then you have to pick like a certain diet to follow. It can be any diet. I'm not really doing like a specific diet. I'm just cutting out certain things, but not like a diet that has a name or anything. Then you have to read 10 pages of a book. It's supposed to be a self-help book, I think. And then 1 gallon of water a day. And I think you're supposed to take like a progress picture, I'm pretty sure. And then what is the other one? I feel like I'm forgetting one. Oh, no alcohol. I don't drink anyway, so that's not a issue for me. But yeah, I'm attempting to do that. And honestly, I feel like most of it I already do, except for 2 45-minute workouts. So the second workout's probably going to be the hardest thing to fit in to the day. But anyways, I'm thinking of documenting it a little bit over on Instagram and TikTok. So if you're interested in that type of content, go follow me there. And yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. I definitely think it's gonna be a challenge, but I'm gonna try and see how far I can get. I love to do stuff like this, especially at the start of a new year. I'm just hoping that I can make it work with a 7-month-old baby and find the time to do everything in the day. So we will see. So I'm taking the MAC paint pot now in Painterly, and I'm just applying a really thin layer of that all over my eyes. Should I use this Natasha Denona palette? Honestly, have not used this very much at all since I got it. Maybe we will use a little bit of this. I'm gonna mix these 2 shades. So I think it's P3 and P2. One's a little bit more pink, one's a little bit more like a taupe color. All right, so I'm gonna take just a little bit of both of those on a Refer 15 brush. And I'm gonna start on the lid and then work up into the crease just a little bit. I like these 2 mixed together. I think they're really pretty. I'm gonna go, let's see. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of this color, this gray. So this is C2. And I'm gonna add a little bit of that kind of in this inner part of the eye. Kind of been doing this lately with eyeshadow. I've seen Mario always talks about making sure you bring shadow right here. And I, in the past, have definitely neglected this area, so I'm trying to make a point of doing that. All right, now I think I'm gonna take, let's see, a little bit of this shade, which is C3. So this is like a really cool toned brown. And I'm using a tiny little pencil brush for this. And I'm gonna kind of go along the lash line with this shade. Kind of lightly line my eyes, and then I'm just gonna kind of flick it out just a little. Gonna kind of bring it all the way in, not all the way, but most of the way in. All right, then I'm gonna take, let's see, a little bit of this shimmer shade on my finger. So this shade is really, really light. Kind of looks white, but then when you put it on the eye, if you apply it really, really lightly, it blends out to more of like a, just like a topper kind of color. It doesn't have a ton of pigment in it. Then one thing I am going to do is take the Victoria Beckham bronzer. I'm going to use the light shade that we used, and I'm going to add a little bit of that to the crease of my eye as well. I might even start doing like one vlog on my channel a month. I used to do a few here and there before we moved. I haven't done one since we've been living in this house, and it's not gonna like take over my channel or anything, but I kind of been thinking about it. So let me know if you want to see a vlog here and there of just a little bit of life stuff. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit of an eye pencil. This is the Jones Road one in brown. And I'm just putting that in the waterline, and then I'm adding just like a tiny, tiny bit of it to the upper lash line as well. Okay, curling my lashes now. My lashes are not looking their best right now. I've been using that Grande lash, the sensitive one. It's the one I picked up during the Sephora sale. And I keep using it and using it and using it, thinking maybe something's gonna happen with my lashes. But so far, I don't think that stuff is working. I really don't see any difference since I've been using it, and I feel like I've been using it for a little while now, so I don't know. I may go back to my Australian lash therapy that I was using for a while, because that one was definitely working, but I ran out of it, and then it was out of stock on Amazon and I couldn't get it. So I got that sensitive version from Grande Lash, and I don't know it. I don't think I like it. Finally, for lips, I think maybe we'll use Cool Spice from MAC. That is a good color. Cool Spice from MAC, and then let's use this lipstick that I was telling you about. This Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in Naughty Talk. Oh yes, y'all, I feel like I genuinely have found my favorite nude lipstick. I'm like constantly looking for it, and I swear I think I found it. I'm gonna do a tiny bit of Patrick Ta gloss in Cookie Butter. If you like cookies, you need this in your life just for the smell. All right, that is this month's Everyday Makeup Drawer. I hope you enjoyed it. It's been almost 2 months since I filmed one of these, so I've been so excited to get back into them. I will be doing these monthly in 2026 at the beginning of the month, so I hope you're excited for these. I know a lot of you tell me this is your favorite video on my channel, so I'm excited to continue doing them every month. But thank you for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I will have everything that I use linked for you in the description box. along with my Quince haul. I did want to thank Quince again for partnering with me on a portion of this video. I was so happy to partner with them again. I love their pieces, and I know a lot of you do too. A lot of you tell me that you order from them quite a bit. So everything that I showed you in the haul try on will be linked in the description box as well. If you do shop through my links, I do make a commission that supports me and my channel. So thank you so much for that. And if you're new, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe. Make sure to follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair1. Lots of new content coming over there as well. And I think that's everything, but I will see you again very soon. Remember, simply be you.